Have you ever wondered how some people get so famous, like crazy famous, with millions of fans and more money than they could ever spend? It makes you wonder, right? Does fame and fortune come at a price? Have some of the most famous singers we know achieved success through a secret deal with supernatural forces? The world of music has always been intertwined with these mysterious stories, conspiracy theories, and rumors of hidden deals. Think about it, some artists rise from obscurity to unparalleled fame, but how? Is it merely talent and hard work, or is there something more sinister behind their success? Many believe that certain musicians have sold their souls to the devil in exchange for eternal fame, wealth, and power. So, buckle up, because in this video, we're going deep. We're going to explore some of these artists and the dark legends surrounding them. Okay, so first up, we've got Robert Johnson. This guy is a legend in the world of blues music, and his story is one of the most fascinating and mysterious tales you'll ever hear. This dude is like the OG of soul-selling rumors. If you've ever heard about musicians making deals with the devil, it probably started with him. Seriously, his story is the blueprint. It's the kind of tale that has inspired countless songs, books, and movies. Picture this: Mississippi Delta, 1930s, a place where the blues was born and where life was tough. A young Robert Johnson is playing guitar on street corners, trying to make a name for himself. He's got dreams of becoming a famous musician, but he's got a long way to go. But here's the thing, he's not very good. Like, at all. His playing is rough, his singing is off, and people just aren't feeling it. People would literally walk away when he started playing. It was rough. Imagine pouring your heart out and having people just turn their backs on you. But then, something crazy happens. Johnson disappears for a while, like completely vanishes off the face of the earth. Johnson disappears for a while, like completely vanishes. Nobody knows where he went or what he was doing. It's like he just dropped off the map. Nobody knows where he went or what he was doing. Some say he was practicing, others say he was learning from a mysterious teacher. Then, out of nowhere, he's back. And when he returns, he's not the same Robert Johnson. And guys, I'm not kidding, he's like a completely different musician. His transformation is nothing short of miraculous. His skills are off the charts. He's playing guitar like a seasoned pro, with techniques that seem almost supernatural. He's playing slide guitar like a demon, singing these haunting blues songs, and everyone is freaking out. It's like he's been touched by some otherworldly force. So, obviously rumors started flying. People couldn't believe the transformation and started speculating. People were like, there's no way this dude got this good this fast. It just didn't seem possible. He must have sold his soul to the devil. The story goes that he made a deal at the crossroads. And you know what? They might be right. The legend says that Johnson went to a crossroads at midnight, spooky, right? And met the devil himself. Legend has it that Johnson went to a crossroads at midnight, spooky, right? And met the devil himself. The devil took Johnson's guitar, tuned it, and boom, instant guitar god. The devil took Johnson's guitar, tuned it, and boom, instant guitar god. From that moment on, Johnson's talent was unparalleled. And the creepiest part? Johnson's songs are full of these dark lyrics about the devil, hellhounds, and making deals at the crossroads. It's like he's telling his own story through his music. I mean, his most famous song is literally called Me and the Devil Blues. It's almost like he's confessing to the deal he made. Coincidence? I don't think so. The story of Robert Johnson is one that continues to intrigue and mystify people to this day. Next up, we've got the legendary Jimi Hendrix, a name that resonates with anyone who loves rock music. This guy was like the guitar god of the 60s. His influence on music is immeasurable, and his style was revolutionary. I mean, seriously, his music was out of this world. He brought a new level of artistry and innovation to the electric guitar. He could play the guitar behind his head with his teeth, you name it. His performances were not just concerts, they were experiences. It was insane. But some people believe that Hendrix's supernatural talent came with a dark secret. Was there something more to his extraordinary abilities? Think about it. Hendrix just exploded onto the music scene almost overnight. His rise to fame was meteoric, leaving everyone in awe. It was like he came out of nowhere with this raw, powerful sound that nobody had ever heard before. His music was a force of nature. And the way he played the guitar, it was like he was channeling something else. Something, dare I say, demonic. His connection to his instrument was almost otherworldly. Even Hendrix himself admitted that he felt possessed on stage. His performances were so intense, it was as if he was in a trance. He once said in an interview, and I quote, When I'm on stage, it's like something else takes over. I'm no longer myself. This statement only fueled the rumors, and the rumors only got worse when Hendrix died at the tragically young age of 27. His untimely death added to the mystique surrounding him. Was it the devil coming to collect his due, just like with Robert Johnson? The parallels between their stories are eerie, or was Hendrix simply too talented for this world? His genius was undeniable, but it came with a heavy price. It's a question that may never be answered, but one thing's for sure. Jimi Hendrix's music continues to captivate and mystify us to this day. His legacy lives on, inspiring generations of musicians and fans alike. Okay, so we've all heard of Bob Dylan, right? The legendary musician whose songs have transcended generations and whose lyrics have touched the hearts and minds of millions. The voice of a generation, the poet laureate of rock and roll. His influence on music and culture is undeniable. But what if I told you that Dylan himself has hinted at a darker side to his fame? A side that involves mysterious forces and cryptic bargains. Back in 1997, Dylan did this interview with CBS, and he said something that sent chills down my spine. It was a moment that left many fans and critics alike scratching their heads. He was asked about his longevity in the music industry, how he managed to stay relevant for so long, a question that many artists would answer with tales of hard work and dedication. And you know what he said? His response was anything but ordinary. He said, and I quote, "I'm still holding up my end of the bargain, with the chief commander of this world and the world we can't see," a statement that has fueled endless speculation. I mean, come on, what does that even mean? It's a phrase that seems to open more questions than it answers. Who is the chief commander? Is it a metaphor, or is there something more sinister at play? And what bargain is he talking about? Could it be a deal that goes beyond the usual music industry contracts? It's like he's speaking in code, a code that only a few might understand, or perhaps a code meant to keep us all guessing. Naturally, this interview sent conspiracy theorists into overdrive. They began to dissect every word, every gesture, looking for hidden meanings. They were like, see? He admitted it. They believed they had found the smoking gun. He made a deal with the devil. A claim that has been made about many artists, but rarely with such a direct quote to back it up. And you know what? It's hard to argue with that. The mystery only deepens when you consider Dylan's enigmatic persona. So the question remains, did Bob Dylan achieve his legendary status through hard work and talent alone, or did he have a little help from the dark side? The answer might be as elusive as the man himself. Alright, let's talk about Marilyn Manson. This guy is like the poster child for satanic imagery and dark themes in music. I mean, his name is literally a combination of Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson. That's not exactly subtle, right? From the very beginning, Manson has courted controversy. His music videos are full of creepy imagery, crucifixions, blood, pentagrams, you name it. And his lyrics, don't even get me started. They're all about rebellion, blasphemy, and you guessed it, the devil. But here's the thing, some people think Manson's whole persona is just an act. They say he's like a shock rocker trying to get a reaction from people, but others believe that there's something darker going on beneath the surface. Whether he's actually sold his soul to the devil or not, one thing's for sure, Marilyn Manson knows how to put on a show. Okay, let's talk about Jay-Z. This guy is like hip-hop royalty, right? He's got the money, the fame, the power, everything. But some people believe that his success is the result of something more sinister, a pact with the Illuminati. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Illuminati is this supposed secret society that controls the world from behind the scenes. They're like the puppet masters pulling the strings of governments and corporations. And according to conspiracy theorists, Jay-Z is one of their top agents in the music industry. They point to all these hidden symbols in his music videos and lyrics, pyramids, the all-seeing eye, even the Rock Nation hand gesture. So is Jay-Z really in league with the Illuminati, or is this just another case of people reading too much into things? Lady Gaga, the queen of pop, the mother monster, the icon. She's known for her outrageous outfits, her catchy songs, and her elaborate stage shows. But behind the glitter and the glam, some people believe there's a darker side to Gaga's artistry. Think about it, her rise to fame was meteoric. One minute she was just another struggling artist in New York City, and the next, she was this global superstar. And her performances? They're not exactly subtle, are they? I mean, remember that time she bled to death on stage at the MTV Video Music Awards? Or when she arrived at the Grammys in an egg? Some people say it's all just for shock value, that she's trying to push boundaries and challenge the status quo, but others believe there's a deeper meaning behind it all. They say she's trying to normalize occult themes to make them more mainstream. Is Lady Gaga just a talented performer with a flair for the dramatic? Or is there something more sinister at play here? Katy Perry, the girl next door with the killer voice, the California girl who stole our hearts. But behind that bubbly persona and those catchy pop anthems, some people believe there's a darker story. You see, Katy Perry wasn't always a pop star. She actually started out singing gospel music. Yep, you heard that right. She was raised in a very religious family and even released a Christian album before she became famous. So what happened? How did she go from singing about Jesus to grinding on sharks at the Super Bowl? Well, some people believe that Katy Perry made a deal with the devil in exchange for fame and fortune. They point to her sudden change in image, her provocative lyrics, and her use of occult imagery in her videos as evidence of her alleged pact. Now I know what you're thinking. Come on, she's just having fun, it's all part of the show. And you're probably right. But still, there's something about Katy Perry's transformation that makes you wonder, isn't there? So, there you have it guys, 7 singers, 7 stories, and 1 unsettling question. Did they or didn't they? Did these musicians truly sell their souls to the devil, or are these just exaggerated rumors and conspiracy theories? If you love mysteries and conspiracy theories, subscribe to our YouTube channel Secret Organization for more mind-blowing content. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. Do you believe in the devil? Have you ever made a deal you regretted? Let's discuss.